Hi, everyone. My name is Zhifei. It's my honor to be here to give you an introduction about my background and my company. Today AI is so popular. Everybody is talking about AI, and we have all kinds of exciting story and future about AI. I think this is very nice for a AI researcher and entrepreneur. But on the other hand, I also want to share you some of my thoughts as a researcher. I have worked on for AI for more than 10 years. I got my PhD from Johns Hopkins University, working on natural language processing, machine translation, speech recognition. And then I worked on Google Translate for 3 years in Mountain View about the core algorithm between the translation of all kinds of language pair. So from my background, I think AI technology today is still very much immature. Most of the stuff we imagine today may not be solved in the next 10 or 20 years. Take an example like natural language understanding and dialogue. Today, the computer still cannot talk like a 5 years old children, right? So as a startup CEO, on the other hand, I also want to tell you today AI technology, the user demand for AI technology is not clear, and also the business model for AI is still need to figure out, right? So I think this is still a long way to go for us to make the technology mature, make the user demand clear, and also the business model scalable, right? But I think it's easy to talk and imagine, but I think it's more important to actually to take action, and so that we have a clear path from now to the future, and that's basically what I want to talk to you. So as I said before, in my field, which is the natural language interface, so if you talk to all kinds of voice assistants today, they're still not that smart. I think this is one joke, but they really reflect the reality of the product. So if you ask someone to buy something from Whole Foods, they actually might just bought the company, right? So today, the talk robot is still a machine, not even a children or your secretary. They're not smart enough. And for the human language interaction, what we really want to achieve or the future is really what we call the dialogue interface. The user want to talk to the computer just like we are talking to the another person using dialogue. So that's a dialogue interface. But I think in the past we have the so-called operating interface, which means you're using you're using touch panel, you're using keyboard to talk to your computer, right? But if you think about the from operating interface to the dialogue interface, I think still we're in a quite early stage, and many of the problems like natural language understanding, dialogue management, we may not be able to solve in a very long time. So as a startup, we need to do something in order to make progress. So in the past few years, Mobvoi, my company, has made a lot of attempts to address the technology problem, to address the business model problem, right? So next, in the next few slides, I'm going to give you a story about what we have done for the company and what our thinking process. So the company Mobvoi is founded in October 2012 when I returned from Google to China in Beijing. We started this company with a mission, which is we want to define the next generation of human-computer interaction. Why we're saying that? Because the original the human-computer interaction method used before, mainly using keyboard or touch, which is not the natural way human doing interaction with another human. So when the mobile begin to pick up, we think the next generation of human-computer interaction might be another method, like voice interaction. So that's why we started the company Mobvoi. It represents mobile voice. So that's really our original mission. So in the first 1.5 years of the company, we spent a lot of time to developing the technology and the algorithm itself. So we managed to develop our own speech recognition engine, natural language understanding engine, and search and recommendation. And so we also collect a lot of data from the web, trying to um, solve the natural language understanding problem. So this is for the first 1.5 year. For the application wise, we also applied the algorithm into different usage scenario. For example, we developed a voice search engine for WeChat public account. So basically, in WeChat, you can follow the public account. Then you can talk to the public account. You get all kinds of voice search result. We also tried Google Glass. So we are the first one to develop a voice search engine for Google Glass in China. So all these software product, they got a lot of attention from the media, from the tech community. But for most of the case, you realize one thing: those people, they just download the app or they follow the public account used for the first day and chat with the algorithm for a few rounds. Then they just don't use it anymore. So that's really the problem for the company. I think also for most of the voice interaction product on mobile. So that makes us realize the thing, whether this voice interaction product will be really take off in a mobile scenario, right? And then we made the conclusion that if we just do a Siri or do a voice assistant app on a platform like mobile phone, which is already very mature, a lot of people already get familiar to use touch and use a form to fill in all kinds of information in the app, then the voice interaction will not be used. And there's no daily active user, there's no retention. So basically the user come day one, then the next day they are gone, right? So that's why from 2014, we begin to think about what kind of platform that actually makes the voice interaction useful. So we start from a smartwatch. So as a company, we actually begin to working on the hardware itself. So it's called a TicWatch. So basically, we do the software, hardware, and the algorithm all together. We're facing the consumer by ourselves. We connect a lot of user feedback, and we connect a lot of data to optimize the voice search engine on the smartphone. And so last year, we had the Kickstarter campaign. We are the #1 smartwatch, smart hardware campaign for China in Kickstarter campaign. As the gentleman mentioned just now, last night we actually launched another campaign for our new generation of TicWatch in Kickstarter campaign. We raised about $500,000 for 6 hours, but we still have 37 days to go. So in China, we are the top 3 smartwatch brand, Huawei and Apple Watch and TicWatch. And due to the product we have made for the smartwatch, we had a collaboration with Google. And last year, Google invested us. So we are the only company that Google has invested in the last few years in China. So with that, it all looks like successful for a startup, but we quickly come up another challenge. So basically, if you only apply the voice interaction for the smartwatch scenario, then the user may not be able to enjoy your voice search and assistant service in different platforms. For example, when they're driving their car, or then when they are in their home, right? So that's why we begin to explore other scenarios that the voice interaction might be useful. So basically, in the end, we want to make a software that apply for different scenarios. In the back end, the algorithm will use the software will use the same algorithm, and they're going to use the same personal account. Then all those information will get connected. In your home, you can control your device in the car. The other way is also possible. So for example, when you get back to the home, when you're driving on the road, before you get back to the home, you can in the car you can control your air conditioner in your home. So this is really our vision and also our objective. And because we have the algorithm by ourselves, we also have a different application scenario hardware. So we are able to do that in a very easy way. So smartwatch, I already mentioned that. So this is basically one of our major platforms so far. And then we also made a device called Tick Mirror. It's basically a device in your car. You can imagine you put your 4G connected iPhone on your rear view mirror. Then you can use the rear view mirror to do voice interaction, to do navigation, listen to the music. And with this project, we had another huge partnership, which is Volkswagen. So we jointly set up a joint venture to develop a head unit and infotainment system for the car. And I have a video to show you about the vision.
People are so fascinated by the future of automotive, but this future has never been so close. The moment when AI meets auto, the future has been written. Yes, something is bound to happen. Every spot you touch inside this car might be a message window. It allows you to access the whole world while you are driving. Your phone, your smartwatch, the laptop in the office, or the sound system at home. All the smart devices are connected to this car. This car might not have a steering wheel. Imagine you can drive it as you play video games. No actual grabbing or complex motions like you have to do before. The only thing you care is how to make yourself comfortable. Perhaps this car can hear your needs, guide your way, help you choose music, book tickets, open the car window, turn off the light at home. Anything you'd love a personal assistant to do, you merely need to talk to your car as your personal driver. Yes, simple as that. This car might go beyond the picture we mentioned above, but don't feel surprised, because part of your imagination has already been fulfilled by us. We are geeks that seek to change your lives by our AI technology. We are the experts in auto industry, aiming to build your dream car. When AI meets auto, something is bound to happen, and we are the ones to make it happen.
So that's the future we're going to build for the car with AI technology. But another scenario we're working on is really the smart home. So this is the device we are going to make, and we're going to launch the device in August in China. And in the US, we are partnered with Google Assistant. So we're going to launch the device in October in the US. And this device has very unique selling points compared with many other smart speakers. For example, it's portable. It also has a built-in battery, so that you can easily move the device inside your home, from bathroom to the kitchen to the living room, and also outside your home. So to give you a summary, so that's basically what the startup have went through. In the first 1.5 years, we mainly focused on the algorithm and applied the algorithm into software, into different platforms, but not that successful. And then from 2015, we begin to build the software, hardware, algorithm combined product. And so far, we have smartwatch and smart mirror for the car. And in the next few months, we're going to have smart speaker for the home. Eventually, we're going to build a personal assistant that will connect all those devices into different scenarios to make your life better. That's really what we want to achieve. So that's basically what I want to talk. Thank you very much.